Welcome back. All right, so another 10 jerseys. We're going from 370 through 361 today, and another Tool t-shirt. This is the 10,000 Days shirt, one of their best albums. If you haven't listened to them, I recommend it. Also, an autographed Dead's hat. So, got this at one of their concerts. All right, from 370 through 361, and a lot of white jerseys on this one today. A lot. It is interesting to me looking at this and seeing how often they'll line up like that, where it's bunch of dark jerseys, bunch of light jerseys. Just my preference, I guess. Number 370, Finland. I have not worn this jersey yet, and I'm looking forward to wearing this during the Olympics. This is, of course, the Four Nations Finland jersey. It's very nicely done. This, of course, being a Fanatics. And Four Nations was a good tournament when it comes to jerseys as well. It's remembered for the fighty and everything, but I think this is really well done, including if you look in the sleeve there. See, isn't that a nice touch? I think that's fantastic. So, good job. All right, 369, and we are really into jerseys. I like we really are. The Devils reverse retro that was a throwback to the Kansas City / Colorado colors. I do like this one as well. I wouldn't mind seeing this as a third, honestly, for the New Jersey Devils. I think it would work. It does show the Devils logo works with a blue circle around it as well. So we've seen it with a green circle, with a black circle, and a blue circle. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. All right, so 369, and I will pause for anybody still laughing at that number. All right, 368, the Carolina Hurricanes road jersey that I'm still not sure why they switched away from this for the word mark. This is a jersey that I actually honestly have liked for a while. It's a fun one. This was the last Adidas away jersey that I got, and this one I got through Full Moon Jerseys. I was really surprised to see it there because this was a tough one to find, much less buy, in my size. So I'm glad I got it. It is, of course, an Adidas as a result, so you can see the flags in the neckline. And I like this design a lot. I really never saw a problem with it, to be honest. 367 is a throwback for the St. Louis Blues. This is very similar to what they're going to be wearing this season. This is a design they've worn before, so it's going to be familiar to fans and to the team. And it is why I honestly think with St. Louis, they should have 4 jerseys. They should have both the home and away that they've been wearing, home and away of their new design, and go with it that way. I know they do the 90s night too. They do the throwback to the 90s design, which you've not seen on this countdown yet. But I think that they could stop doing that and just have home and away of both what they've been wearing and what they're going to wear. All right, 366. So I love the Space Coyote. Everybody knows I love the Space Coyote. This is the face of the Space Coyote. That terminology just coming from, of course, Simpsons. And because this looks like when the coyote's in the moon, the episode of Simpsons where he has the insanity peppers. That's what that looks like to me. That's why I call it a Space Coyote. It is in the sky. It's odd, but the problem with this one, and the reason this one did not sell at all, like the first 2 Space Coyotes did, is the colors. The colors, I think if you swapped it, I think if the garnet / maroon down here, if this was the main color, and the orange was the secondary color, and then you could recolor the face of the Coyote orange, I think they might have had a winner. So, one thing I really miss about the Coyotes is the jerseys. So, but they will forever exist in my collection. 365. It is another reverse retro. This is the 1.0 for the Flyers. So the first time I had a Flyers reverse retro on this countdown, I mistakenly referred to it as the 2.0. Nice catch by somebody in the comments. 2.0 has an orange logo for the NHL. The 1.0 has the shiny silver. This, of course, a throwback to the 95 design for the Flyers. It's weird, isn't it? The 90s designs, you guys have seen them all, and now here's a reverse retro throwback to it. I think the reverse retro looks a little bit nicer. I honestly was surprised when they switched their jerseys and their colors that they didn't just adopt this one. But you have not seen their current home and away on this countdown, I don't think. No, I don't think you have. So, I know there's been a lot of Flyers jerseys, but there's just a lot of Flyers jerseys. 364. The LA Kings. This is, of course, the white jersey that they switched away from just a couple of years ago, or well, a year ago. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. What are years? So yeah, the LA Kings. As I mentioned with the black one, if you didn't have this LA up here, which I always thought was kind of redundant, we know it's LA. And if this crown had just been the actual logo in the middle here, I think you'd have a winner. The colors are right, although all of us want to see purple, don't we? We all want to see a purple Kings jersey, and sadly we don't have one. This has got the tag on it. This does not have the shiny fabric that they wore with these jerseys the last couple of years. I tried to go through the LA King store to get the white one with the shiny fabric on it, but it was too much money. I was like, I can't spend what essentially works out to being about $300 Canadian when you figure out the shipping and then bringing it into the country for a jersey just because it's got a bit of a shine to this part here and a little bit on the logo. I can't justify it. Yes, even for me, there is a limit. 363. Milwaukee. The Milwaukee Admirals, the white version. I love this logo. I do. I'm also going to give them credit where I've given the Chicago Wolves credit that their AHL affiliate, that or their AHL jerseys do not bear the logos of their parent club, nor do they have a color scheme of their parent club. Having your own identity, I think, is good because then in the event that Milwaukee's affiliation changes, you don't have to change your jersey. You don't have to change your look, a la Utica. 362, although Utica still has a fantastic logo. 362, the 1.0 retro, reverse retro for the Chicago Blackhawks. I thought Chicago did well here, and I know at the time they came out there was some criticism about it, and I think it's really nice. I love the shoulders on it. I love the striping on it. I think this is a pretty sharp jersey. Like I've said, and I've said this a couple videos back as well, we are really into the part of the countdown where these are jerseys I do like a lot. And it's just they're not in that top upper echelon with my jerseys, but this one's not too far off. I would have had this one for meetups too, but I had a hard time finding it for cheap to get for meetups. That first reverse retro too, that sold out pretty fast. 361. I don't know if they underestimated demand. Probably. 361. This is the Boston Bruins design they wore in the 70s. So this is the one that is very similar to what they're going to be wearing this season. This is why when they make it like, oh, it's a brand new, fresh look. It's fresh but recycled at the same time. Like you can go to a store and get some really good secondhand clothes. I have secondhand jerseys, but I don't get it and go, hey, this is a brand new look. Anyways, I understand what Boston's doing. I get it. They're trying to drum up jersey sales. I'm going to buy one anyways. But yeah, so this 70s design I do like. I do. I think this is nice, the stripes and everything. Boston has a nice classic look. I do agree with people that they probably mess around with it a little bit too much. The design they've changed away from, you still haven't seen on this countdown, because I really liked it. I thought that was kind of perfect, that it kind of encapsulated every era of Boston jerseys. But we'll get to those when we get there. So this is 361. Rounds out this portion of the countdown. And let me take a quick look here at the 10 for tomorrow. No, I don't have any teams that I'm going to have two of tomorrow either. So, there you go. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event that you may not have done so already. So during this kind of stressful time that I'm going through and everything, making videos does matter. So I'm staying 8 days ahead on the jerseys just so that once my wife's out of the hospital, A, I can have more time to take care of her. I won't be as stressed because there's videos going live that day. And B, if we are able to go out and do something in September, same thing. Where those jerseys are already pre-recorded, I've got that cushion there. So thank you guys so much for all your support. and I will talk to you again soon.